So for somebody like myself, what's the likelihood kind of transition into a AE role? And for somebody that I like to, I have my family and I like to focus on stability. Um, when it comes to some of the pay structure, can you help me understand some of it? And what's the likelihood of me kind of maintaining that six figure, or whether it be OTE or coming in base, kind of there? What's some of that likelihood? What are you guys seeing?
Yeah, good, great question. I know both Trey and I are affiliates with Level Careers, and if you're talking about the account executive course, that's taught by Kevin Dorsey himself. Which, if you
The
know,
man.
like he trained people in my company, so
Gotcha.
they hold his name. His name is very high in this industry, so you definitely picked a good course. Trey, I don't know if you want to start first, or I could go first.
No,
With your
bro, you can go ahead and take it. From
yeah.
what I'm hearing, bro. I guess I just my little piece here. From what I'm hearing is yes, there's something. A lot of times people, they're thinking about, yo, I don't have experience in tech, so it's when the companies hit you up, you're like, oh, I don't know. But like you said, you mentioned it. They saw something in the profile, right, in your resume that says, hey, this guy will be a good fit here, or at least let's see. And so that's why they're reaching out. So for sure, it's either your background in the military, right? These companies, they love military individuals. Why? Structure, diligent. They are willing to do what companies or people in higher positions ask, and that's all they're looking for is someone who's available and coachable. So probably when they see your long line there, they're like, hey, this is someone who is probably a good fit. And like you said, I don't know your whole background, but they saw something there. So definitely be confident in that. But Joseph, go ahead with the details there.
Yeah, and first thing again, congratulations for taking that course because that's going to give you the insights on necessarily what an AE role is, and you're probably seeing it already if you did start the course. That there's going to be obviously the part where you're doing the demoing of the product, you're doing a bit of discovery, actually a lot of discovery to understand the pain points and how the product that you're going to be selling meets it. Now, in regards to stability, and I want to talk about that first. Stability really comes from your experience, your knowledge, because you have to look at the company itself, research the company, whether it's Glassdoor, RepView, to see the quota attainability for being an account executive, because that ties into the stability that you have there. And also, if you're really looking to get into this as a career, as a profession, then you want to also think about job security is important, true, but you're really going to have, especially with the work that you put in, you're really going to have career stability as an account executive. Now, in regards to the income that you can make significant money being an account executive. Sometimes starting out, your base salary might be 90K, maybe 100K. But in regards to OTE, the commissions that you make, depending on the company that you're with, and that's why it's always great to do research on the company, you're going to be able to probably scale that to multiple six figures, depending on how the comp is actually set up. And then, of course, there's other people that could chime in and talk about that. And a recruiter cousin is she does this for a living, so she could definitely talk about different packages that are out there. I know she works with software developers more, but still, she could talk about it. That when it comes to, especially if it's a startup, they may offer equity in the company. All that can play into the money down the line. Where let's say that the company is pre-IPO, before they have an initial offering put out there. Um, if they get bought out, and you're part of that company, depending on how much stock you have or how much investment you have in that company, you know, uh, you can make a significant amount of money when it sells. So it's really that there's so many different areas in regards to the financial aspect. That was one of your parts of your question, that you really can benefit on multiple fronts. But it really comes down to research on the particular company. What is the quota attainability here? Or am I going to be a full cycle account executive? Because then you have to consider that in account, because some AEs actually do prospecting, the SDR work as well. Now, that depending on the type of company and the role, that might not be a good fit for you, or that might be a good fit for you. It really depends. So all those different things you want to keep in account, and we could talk about that more offline if you want to hit us up directly, and we could kind of dive even deeper into that conversation.